Yes, the government, Theresa May's government, won a vote on Brexit. More Conservative MPs voted against the government motion than for it, but thanks to opposition votes, the Prime Minister won the day. She also narrowly fought off a backbench attempt to take control of the parliamentary agenda. So after all the arguments and all the votes, where are we now? Don't worry if you're a little confused by it all. Some MPs will cheerfully admit they don't know what's happening either. Luckily, we have an expert on hand, Maddy Thimont Jack from the Institute for Government. Maddy, after all that, what's changed?
Well, I think what this week has shown is a lot of what we already knew. We already knew there was not a majority in Parliament for a no-deal exit, so that's been proved this week. And then we also suspected, and it's been confirmed, that a majority of MPs would like to seek an extension of Article 50 in these circumstances. I mean, it hasn't changed the legal default. We are currently due to leave the EU on the 29th of March with or without a deal. But it does, we know now definitely for sure that MPs would rather have an extension to Article 50 than leaving on that date. I think what I'd say we still don't know is what MPs would like instead of Theresa May's deal. So they've rejected her deal again this week, but they haven't said this is what we want instead of it. And I think that's one of the challenges for Theresa May going forward over the next few weeks.
We do live in unusual times. It's still pretty extraordinary to see a cabinet minister, Steve Barclay, say vote for this deal, vote for this plan, and then go and vote the other way, albeit on a free vote.
I mean, I think I agree. It is very unusual, and I think that's something that a lot of people have been picking up, that this is not normal times.
No, he's still in the job.
Well, exactly, but I mean, even more unusual is the fact that on Wednesday, on the vote where sort of Theresa May was in an unusual position, where at the start of the day she said the government's position was against a no-deal Brexit, but she ended up, after sort of her motion was amended by backbench MPs, whipping her party in favour of no deal, which was in itself a very odd situation. And in that scenario, 5 secretaries of state abstained on the vote on a 3-line whip, and they are also still in their jobs. So I do think that's one of the things that we have learned from this week, is that Theresa May's authority is really struggling at the moment.
Indeed. Now, she says we're all on standby for meaningful vote 3, but will the Speaker let her bring it back? Will the Speaker allow MPs to vote on this again?
Yeah, so this has come up as an issue this week because of this sort of convention that MPs will not vote on the same thing twice, particularly if they've already rejected it. What we did sort of before Christmas in December, Sir David Natsler, the previous Clerk of the Commons, he did say that actually, although that was the convention, if political circumstance changed, if it was the will of the House to have a vote again, then actually it wouldn't be unusual to hold that vote. So really, it will be up to the Speaker to make that choice, but MPs can make their feelings known to him.
So up to the Speaker. Should Theresa May be worried?
I think it depends. Depends how MPs are feeling, ahead of the vote. Will things change? Because at the moment, Brussels has said they're not going to change anything on the deal. But what she'll be hoping is that the vote on the fact that she said, if you don't approve the deal before the European Council, I'll be seeking a much longer extension to Article 50. I think what she will be hoping is that will convince enough of her backbenchers to decide to support the deal the next time around. And in that scenario, then the Speaker might read the will of the House and say, actually, there should be another vote should be allowed.
Now, I hesitate these days to ask anyone to predict the future, but what's going to happen over the next few days, Maddy?
I think what we can say is it's almost certain that the government will be requesting an extension to Article 50 at the European Council. Don't know how long that will be for. I think we also know there'll be another meaningful vote. Again, provided the Speaker allows, but I think that's probably quite likely. What we don't know is whether she will get the vote through the third time around. I can imagine her margins will narrow again. I mean, she went from a 230 defeat in January to an 149 defeat on the 12th of March. So will she be able to narrow it down again? I mean, that's what she'll be hoping for, but I think we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Maddy Thimont Jack, thank you very much indeed.